to a really meaningful song on my cellular phone. And Tina and Doug were arguing about why she always has to be right. And suddenly, everything slowed on down, and you could see flying insects falling out of the air. And then the Italian guy burst into flames, and it was funny 'cause we never could remember his name. I was just catching some afternoon seas in the public toilet on First. Yeah, I guess
Show the shirt is off the cuff. Welcome. Oh my God, I am so glad that you are listening in because I have a big subject, topic, issue, item to discuss today, and it's something I've been teasing for the last week. It's something I've talked about briefly in the last few months, but it's something that you really need to know about. Before I get to that, though, way to bury the lead, Joe. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Wolf Eats the Moon is the name of our introduction music by Cash for Otters. These guys need to smoke less or more ganja. I'm not quite sure which one that I want to go with there. Oh, my God. But anyway, today's topic is about net neutrality. The title of today's show is I have no idea what net neutrality is. And I call it this because the Russian, my girlfriend, and I asked about 20 people in the last week what net neutrality means to them. What do they know about it? Do they have any idea what it is? And more often than not, the answer was, what's that? Or I have no idea what net neutrality is, or what I've never heard of this. And that is the sad part. And I'm willing to bet that a good portion of you out there don't know what it is, the fuck it is I'm talking about. You don't know. And I want to try to explain this to you guys. Again, it is a difficult topic. It is involved. This may not be the most entertaining topic on the planet, but it is one of the most important topics that I've come up with this year. Actually, so far, I think it is the most important topic I've come up with this year. So you guys really need to listen in, okay? All right. Okay. All right, let's see how I can get through this. You know what? My girlfriend, the Russian, is way more intelligent than I am, way more educated than I am. She is involved with social media and the internet and all its bailiwicks way more than I am. But I tried explaining this to her, and she took 3 or 4 different tries before I could actually explain it to her. Now, of the 20 people that we asked in the last week what net neutrality is, only one person actually had an answer, and that is our friend Bob Siegel. Bob Siegel is one of the smartest guys you're ever going to meet on this planet. He knows all about net neutrality. He knows all about just about anything. When it comes to social media, business, this is a guy you want on your side. I use him as my financial advisor. Not that I have any finances to advise on, but he's been kind enough to give me advice on numerous occasions, and he's just one hell of a guy. So if Bob Siegel tells you something, odds are you really should fucking listen, okay? All right, so what is net neutrality? Well, let's go through the history of it first of all, right after I drink this sip of Tecate beer, who, don't advertise with me, but you know what? Maybe they could, and maybe they probably should, because I drink a lot of their products. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a history lesson, all right? Net neutrality rules were established by the FCC in their 2010 Open Internet Order. Now, these rules prevent internet service providers, ISPs, such as Comcast, Time Warner, AT&T, Verizon, from blocking or discriminating against certain online services. All right, now, that's pretty simple. That's pretty basic. Now, the agency wrote in the order that the net neutrality rules were intended to, quote, this is a quote now from their actual, from the actual written documents now, to, quote, preserve the internet as an open platform enabling consumer choice, freedom of expression, and user control, competition, and the freedom to innovate without permission, end quote. What they're saying is they're saying that we want to keep the internet open, available to all, in all aspects, be it coming and going, whether or not you're a content provider or just a consumer. We want to give you the option, the only option actually is that you have the option to get everything you want. Now, without net neutrality rules in place, ISPs such as Verizon, AT&T, Comcast, Time Warner can prevent users from using some websites, provide slower speeds for services like Netflix and Hulu, or even redirect users from one website to a competing website. So now I want you to think of this. I want you to think that you're online and you want to watch a video of puppies eating peanut butter. Okay, great. Now you have the option of, you can go with YouTube or you can go with Joe Schmo's videos. Okay, so you go online and you say, I want to see videos of puppies eating peanut butter. And what they do is they automatically direct you to YouTube. Even if you request Joe Schmo's videos, it automatically directs you to YouTube. So you basically, what they're saying is that they decide what you get to see, how you get to see it. Okay, moving along. In the absence of net neutrality, companies can buy priority access to ISP customers. Larger, wealthier companies like Google or Facebook can pay ISPs to provide faster, more reliable access to their websites than to potential competitors. So basically, what they're saying here is, if Netflix or Hulu or Google or Facebook is willing to pay extra cash to ISPs like Verizon, Time Warner, AT&T, then they can get a faster internet connection to you, the consumer. Now, up until recently, the only way to get faster internet service, despite the fact that net neutrality was still in place, was companies like Google, Yahoo, YouTube, Netflix, Hulu. They had better equipment. So they paid for better equipment, and they were able to get their content to you faster and better because they paid for it. Okay, but that was on their end. Now, on the end of the ISPs like Time Warner, Verizon, AT&T, Uverse, now what they're saying is, okay, we'll give you even better speed if you pay us. And if you don't pay us, well, you'll be in the slow lane where nobody's going to go to your business site at all. I know it's a lot to take in. I really do. Now, going through the history again. In January of 2014, as a result of a Verizon lawsuit, the D.C. District Court struck down the FCC's net neutrality rules. While the court made it clear that the FCC has authority over internet access generally, it found that the open internet rules specifically were built on a flawed legal foundation. The decision left it open for the FCC to decide what to do next and reestablish net neutrality. So what they did here is they said, we don't want to really be involved here, so we're going to let the FCC do whatever the fuck they want and let Verizon, AT&T, Comcast, we're going to let them have a monopoly on the internet. Now, what a lot of people don't realize, it's not just about speeds. It's not just about the consumers. It's also about censorship. Because basically what they're saying here is that, I have this ISP. I provide the internet to somebody. I should be in control in what the fuck they see, what the fuck it is they listen to, what the fuck it is they buy from. What they're saying here is that as long as I'm in charge and it is my personal property, my business, I decide what you as the consumer get to watch, listen to, enjoy, purchase, deal with. That is what they're saying. Now, in April of 2014, press reports leaked that the FCC had new neutrality proposal. The proposal reportedly did prevent ISPs from blocking or discriminating against websites, but as part of the new rules, ISPs would be able to charge companies for preferential treatment if they deemed it commercially reasonable. Now, what is not commercially reasonable about making more money? I mean, that's what these guys do. Their job is to make money, and I don't blame them for that. I really don't. I think it is in everybody's best interest to make money, to be able to support their lives. Fuck your lifestyle. Support your lives. At the FCC's open meeting in May 2014, the Commission introduced their proposal for net neutrality rules, which discusses the problems that occur when ISPs get to choose winners and losers online, but still allow for fast lanes and slow lanes online and do not go far enough to establish meaningful net neutrality. The first round of comments were due to the FCC on July 18, 2014. The public may submit reply comments through September 2010. Through September 10th, 2014. Okay. Until September 10th, 2014, you guys have the opportunity to let your opinion known. You can go on websites like the ACLU, We the People, Net Neutrality, Public Knowledge, and let them know that you want to keep the internet neutral. You want to keep it fair and equal for everybody. Okay? Now, just to let you guys know that most of the information that I'm spewing at you comes from publicknowledge.org. Please, go on websites, go on Google, go on Yahoo, go whatever, and just type in net neutrality petitions. They will give you a huge list of sites where you can sign a petition and say, I want to keep the internet neutral. I want to keep competition equal. I want to be able to, do what I do when it is I want to do it. So September 10th, that should be a really easy date for you to remember because it is in fact my birthday. This September 10th, which is just a little over a month away from now, I will become 44 years old. So please, just keep that in mind. September 10th is your last chance to let the FCC, to let the ISPs know that you want to keep your internet to yourself. You don't want to have to abide by anybody else's rules, anybody else's censorship, anybody else's content providers, just because they pay more money for you to see what it is you want to see. Now, Public Knowledge is fighting for Title II reclassification of Internet to a telecommunications service instead of the outdated current classification of information service. Now, as long as the FCC is deeming that the Internet is information service, basically that's a business. That means they can do whatever the fuck they want. They can say that, oh, well, you know what, it's our business, we created it, and we're entitled to control it. But if the FCC determines that it is a telecommunication, like say, I don't know, the phone, then that means that they have the right to go in there and deem and determine what the rules are. They are in control of it because it becomes a public service. Not all that different from, say, water, electricity, the radio, TV signals. All right, and we are going to get into more of that when we get back, because this is a big topic, and you guys please spread this around. You know what? Not for me, for yourselves. All right, spread this around. We're going to have some more music now by XY and their song Promises. I'm Joe the Shirt. I'm Off the Cuff, and we will be right back. Joe the Shirt is off the cuff. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, we are talking about net neutrality. Today's topic is, I have no idea what net neutrality is, and that is the sad point that I'm trying to make. The vast majority of you has no idea what the hell net neutrality is, and that is what I'm trying to impart on you. You guys need to know this. I'll put it this way. If you use the internet for anything, then this affects you, okay? If you use the internet to, say, make online purchases, it affects you. If you use the internet to sell products off your website, this affects you. If you use the internet because you are a startup company and you want to, promote your apps, this affects you. If you just want to watch porn, this affects you. If you want to, like, say me, promote your own little radio show, your little web radio show, and, get your opinion out there, this affects you. If you use the internet for anything, it affects you. Even if you just use the internet because you want to watch Netflix. You like Netflix? Sure you do. I love Netflix. Everybody loves Netflix. Why? Because we pay like $8 a month and we get to watch a bunch of movies, and it's great. And I love it. You can watch it on your computer. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your TV. It's fantastic. I love Netflix. Who doesn't love Netflix? Quick reminder for you guys, by the way, Netflix is slowly but surely eliminating its DVD and Blu-ray options. Most recently, they are eliminating Saturday delivery of Blu-ray and DVD disc. Sooner or later, they're going to be totally digital, totally online, and you will not be having discs delivered to your house anymore. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so Netflix has already agreed, in theory, with the ISPs that if they want to charge them more money to get their content to you, the consumer, they are willing to pay more money. Sounds reasonable, right? But where do you think they're going to come up with the extra money? You're paying $7.99, $8.99 a month for your Netflix. You want to pay $11.99, $12.99, $16.99 a month. At what point do you say, you know what? For this fucking amount of money, I might as well get cable. So if net neutrality goes away, companies like Netflix, Hulu will start charging you more money for the shit that they've been giving you at a certain price because it was easy, it was cheap, and they were able to do it. But because they want to be able to get this to you quickly, they're going to charge you more money. And why wouldn't you want to pay for it? I mean, think about that. I mean, like I said before, if you want to watch a video of puppies eating peanut butter, you can go to YouTube or you can go to Joe Schmo's Video. Joe Schmo's Video does not pay ISPs like Verizon, Comcast, Time Warner, or AT&T the extra money to make sure that my videos get to you at the same rate as Netflix or YouTube. They pay a premium to make sure that their videos, this exact same video I'm providing, gets to you at a better rate. So that way you don't have to watch that little spinning thingy bobbers on your computer, and you can just watch your videos. You can listen to your music. You can watch your movies. You can watch the news. So that is where it stands right now. You have the option of saying to the ISPs, fuck you. I don't want to have my information distilled for me by you, which is what they are saying that they're going to do. Let me go back to my paperwork here. Let's see. In our comments, this is from publicknowledge.org. In our comments to the FCC, we explain why the Commission must protect a single, open, and neutral Internet. That means that it should not create a special wireless Internet rules that turn wireless into a second-class experience, especially because wireless connections disproportionately serve as the only link between traditionally underserved communities and the Internet. What they're saying here is that there are certain parts of the United States, fuck the world, just the United States. There are some parts of the United States that rely only on wireless Internet. They don't have cable. They don't have literal physical wires going between A to B. Here's the information. Here is the point that we want to send it to. A lot of places don't have these things because nobody wants to develop it. Nobody wants to work on it. So the only way to get this information is wirelessly. And wireless means that if these guys get what they want, they can decide what it is you watch at any time. They decide that they're the gatekeepers. They decide that what you watch is up to us. They become the censors. They become the gatekeepers. They decide what it is you watch when they want to watch it. Let's say you just want to jerk off. I do that all the time. I jerk off constantly, like pretty much every day, every other day at the very least. Okay, and I like to watch porn. Sometimes it's normal porn, sometimes it's cartoon porn, sometimes it's anime or manga, and I have enough lube to do what I need to do. Okay, but if they do it their way without net neutrality in place, then they get to decide where you watch it from. Well, let's say I want to watch YouJizz, great porn website, by the way, youjizz.com. But I type in YouJizz, and I say, hey, I'm thinking, I feel like jerking off, and I want to watch some porn. And I type in YouJizz, and UsJizz comes on. What the hell is UsJizz? I have no idea what UsJizz is. But UsJizz is the only site that comes up when I type in YouJizz. And UsJizz comes up, and UsJizz was happy to let me watch videos of manga, anime, cartoons, or just regular porn, if I'm willing to pay like $1 if you want to pay $1, we'll let you watch porn and jerk off. But if you don't want to pay $1 to watch porn and jerk off, then you can just jerk off to your imagination, which I do as well. But but that's what I'm saying here. They get to control what it is you watch, how you watch it, and what you pay for it. Though more often than not, who the fuck pays for porn anymore? Nobody. Let's see. You guys, you gotta watch out for what's going on. I'm gonna compare it to this. See if it works for you guys, okay? Let's say that you buy water. You live in a condo, and you get water every day, every week, every month. And the water gets to you at, let's say, 100 gallons a day. Then they change the rules, and they say, okay, we used to give you water at 100 gallons a day, but if you're willing to pay a little more, or a lot more, we'll give you water at 1,000 gallons a day. Sounds reasonable, right? Okay, fine. He wants to pay extra. He gets 1,000 gallons a day. I get 100 gallons a day, but I don't pay extra. I still get my 100 gallons. Sounds good, right? But what if, because they're giving this guy 1,000 gallons a day, you only get, 20 gallons a day? Because the way the system works means that if I'm giving somebody else more, that means I'm giving you less. And that is the problem we're dealing with here. Now, before I continue, we're going to do celebrity birthdays. I know, it seems ridiculous when I'm doing a show this serious, but I need to inject levity into this because otherwise it makes me just want to, rip out my eyeballs. If you were born August 2nd, you share birthdays with Mary Louise Parker, excellent actress. She is 50 years old. SNL alumni Victoria Jackson is 55. Horror master Wes Craven is 75 years old. Edward Furlong is 37 years old. You may remember him from the Terminator movies, the kid, And Kevin Smith is 44 years old. You will know him from movies like Dogma, Chasing Amy, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Awesome director and comic book aficionado. Butch Patrick is 61. I know you're all thinking, who the fuck is Butch Patrick? Butch Patrick was Eddie Munster on the Munsters, motherfucker. And Apollonia Cotera is 55. You maybe remember Apollonia from the movie Purple Rain as Apollonia. Oh my God. There really is just so much going on. Please contact your congressmen, your state senators. Go online, ACLU, publicknowledge.org. Just any web. Just type in net neutrality petitions. About a dozen will come up instantly. Just sign up for as many as you can. We need to keep the net neutral. We need to make sure that you, as the consumer, are able to get everything available to you. Excuse me. And that means everything, literally. It doesn't mean that you get all the stuff that's good for you or right for you. You can get whatever you want. You know what? If you happen to be the card-carrying member of the KKK, then you should be able to get, IHateDarkies.com as much as you want. If you are, a member of the ACLU, you should be able to get, I love justiceforall.com. I don't even know these are fucking websites. I'm just telling you, you should have the option. You should not be, left alone out there with these guys because they will fuck you over. They will decide what you get and how you get it and how much you pay for it. And I got more on that when we come back from this break. Coming up next, we have, Cranston Foundation and their song, Loose Cannon. I'm Joe the Shirt, I'm off the cuff, and I will be right back. Joe the Shirt is off the cuff. Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about net neutrality. It is, honestly, for me, the biggest issue that we have going on today. You know, fuck what's going on in the Ukraine. Fuck what's going on in Kosovo. Fuck what's going on in Israel. Fuck what's going on in Mexico. Fuck what's going on in Japan, and North Korea, and South Korea. Fuck them. Net neutrality actually really affects all of you. Without net neutrality, there's a good chance you couldn't even listen to this fucking show. So please, keep that in mind. Now, before I continue with today's show, we have today's segment, The Wisdom of Rappers, or as I like to call it, Rapper's Wisdom. Now, today's wisdom comes from Will Smith, also known as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And his song, Summertime, which is one of my all-time favorite songs and videos. The song is just banging. It's really cool. It's a ballad, and it's just really sweet, smooth, just very enjoyable. And also the video is great because the chick in that video is fucking hot as shit. Anyway, so I'm going to read an excerpt from Summertime and see how it goes for us, all right? All right, let's hold on now. Here we go. This is Summertime by Will Smith, The Wisdom of Rappers. It's late in the day, and I ain't been to the court yet. Hustled to the mall to get me a short set. Yeah, I got on sneaks, but I need a new pair, 'cause basketball courts in summer got girls there. The temperature is about 88. Hop in the water plug, just for old time's sake. Break to your crib, change your clothes once more, 'cause you're invited to a barbecue that starting at 4. Sitting with your friends, 'cause all you reminisce about the days growing up and the first person you kiss. And as I think back, makes you wonder how the smell from a grill could spark up nostalgia. All the kids playing out front, little boys messing around with the girls playing double dutch. Or the DJ spinning a tune as the old folks dance at your family reunion. Then 6 o'clock rolls around. You just finished wiping your car down. It's time to cruise, so you head to the summertime hangout. It looks like a car show. Everybody hanging out looking real fine. Fresh from the barber shop or fly from the beauty salon. Every moment frontin' and maxin', chillin' in the car they spent all day waxin'. Listen to the side, but you can't see through 2 miles an hour, so everybody sees you. There's an air of love and of happiness, and this is the Fresh Prince's new definition of summer madness. Okay, beautiful, awesome. Oh my God, it's just okay. You know what? Any one of you can dismiss this rap as being shallow or silly or unimportant, but what this rap does is reminds you of when you were young. I'm almost 44 years old. I know people that are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I know people that are in their 30s, 20s, and teens. And one of the best things you can hold on to when you are old, like I'm getting, and like anybody that's ever had sex with me is getting, is that you're getting old too. But you take a remembrance, you take a memory of when you were young, and like listen to this, hop in the water plug just for old time's sake. A water plug, a hydrant. In New York City, we used to just open them up and just go nuts, and just it was like an above ground pool. It talks about try to impress girls, girls try to impress guys. It's just a sweet remembrance of what it was to be young, in love, impassioned. You just were there in the moment, and tell me you don't go to sleep some nights and think all the times when you were young, and in your dreams you see the people that you used to talk to, have sex with, argue with, fight with. I mean, you know these people. And if you're lucky enough to still be in touch with them, thank you, Facebook, it makes you feel young for just a couple of minutes. So this is the Fresh Prince's new definition of summer madness. Summertime by the Fresh Prince. It's good stuff, man. Anyway, we've been talking about net neutrality, and you guys really go online, look up net neutrality petitions, and sign them. You need to let the government know, the FCC know, that you want to keep the internet open, equal, fair, same speed, and without discrimination against certain websites because they're not partners with the ISPs. You have to fight for this shit, all right? I signed a bunch of petitions. My girlfriend, the Russian, signed a bunch of petitions. And I encourage all of you to do the same. Go out there. Let them know that you want this to stay the way it is. You want this even, you want these even freer, even opener. Now, you guys know me. I don't normally go around telling you guys what you need to do. I believe that you do whatever the fuck it is you want to do. That's usually what I go with. So this is important to me. You guys need to go out there, go online, and tell your congressmen, your senators, your president, your country, your ISPs. You let them all know, I want this to stay open. And it's hysterical to me because the ISPs have their little arguments, going back against net neutrality. They argue that the real problem isn't that they'll start charging for fast lanes or demanding money from content providers like Netflix or Hulu or Yahoo or YouTube or Google, but that companies like Google, Yahoo, Netflix, Hulu will demand money from the ISPs to allow them to give them their content. Okay, this is bullshit. Let's think about this for a second. Let's think about a company like, say, Yahoo, Google, Facebook, whatever. They're not going to demand money from the ISPs for their content on their sites. They're not going to do that. You know why? Because they built an entire fucking business model on giving their shit away for free. They want to be able to access as many of us, the consumers, as possible. And if that means giving their shit away for free, then that's what they do. That's how they've been making money off of us, by giving it to us for free. Netflix is happy to pay extra money to get a fast lane, to be able to make sure that their video content gets to you faster than anybody else's. And that's great. But Netflix is in the business of accessing consumers, you and me. which means that they are not going to say, well, if you don't give me money to put my content on your ISP, then I'm going to hold it back. And just instead of going with Verizon, I'm going to go with Time Warner. Instead of going with AT&T, I'm going to go with Comcast. No, bullshit. They are going to go with anybody that they can to get access to you and me, the fucking consumer. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, kids. Just don't do it. This particular topic is like on the verge of giving me a fucking heart attack. It really is, because I want you guys, really, seriously, all you guys out there, Derek Epic, Craig Reiteicher, Fauna Osborne Sharp, Chris Sharp, Ellen Breheny, friends, people I know, please go out there. My sister Jessica, my sister Sandra, Risali, Risaida, Yamila, all five of my sisters, go tell people that you want the net to be neutral. You want equal opportunities for everybody on the internet. Now, we have a couple of minutes left, so we're going to do some lighter fare. Because this shit is heavy, and I'm very serious about it. I think I told you recently that the United States leads the world in tipping when it comes to restaurants, car services, or any type of service that you get from individuals or a company. The United States, Americans, tip more than any other country on the planet. So, bravo. And finally, we're going to talk about cell phones a little bit. This is another privacy issue that I want to talk to you guys about. The Supreme Court brought the constitutional right of personal privacy into the digital era Wednesday, ruling unanimously that police may not search a smartphone or similar device without a warrant from a judge. Okay, this is important as well. We all pretty much have smartphones in the United States these days. I have one, and I barely know how it works. My girlfriend has one. All my friends have one. You guys have smartphones. And what's on your smartphone? Almost everything. A smartphone is a fucking computer. So, if you get pulled over, like say you were speeding, maybe you changed lanes wrong, and the cops pulled you over and they said, hey, we're going to search you. Up until this particular decision, they could search your cell phone without a warrant, because it was determined that they could search you for anything that may endanger them or be related to a potential crime. This particular ruling says, no, they can't. Because you know what? If police come to your house and they want to search your house, they need a warrant to search your house, but they also need to be specific to search your computer. If they're looking for shotguns, and it doesn't mention, well, maybe he has info about shotguns on his computer, then they cannot go on your computer and look for information on shotguns. They can't do it. And the same applies to cell phones. A cell phone is a computer. It means that it has your personal data, your name, your age, your social security number, where you live, who your friends are, and pictures of things you've done and seen that may affect your life. You know, if it comes under, legal public scrutiny. So please keep that in mind. Pardon me. It has been decided by the Supreme Court that, you know what, police can't do that. They need to get a judge's warrant. Now, a judge's warrant is easy to get You text a judge, you email him, you say, hey, we need a warrant to search this guy's phone. It takes about 15 minutes. So keep that in mind, all right? In any case, it is time for me to go. Once again, please go online, look up net neutrality petitions, sign them, and keep the internet fair and open for everybody. Our last song today is Who Am I by Country Joe and the Fish, one of my faves. I'm Joe the Shirt, and I've been off the cuff.
Who am I?
Yeah, no doubt, Lord's Fellowship, illustrate, you'll be real. Represent for the Sackcloth Fashion Expo, holding it down for Denver, Colorado. Underground and unseen. Deemed an MC from the womb, so I'm born to rock eternally. Confirm these spoken words, get grounds for open heart surgery. Transform for the old, so I'm not half the man I used to be. My life remains vain unless Christ's name's on my youth.